Good morning. Nobody's here yet, but it's okay.
Good morning. Good morning. Share my links.
Before everybody hops in, if anybody looks, I took a losing trade this morning. Started the day down $1,500, and we've got 1,350 of it back. So now we are $154 down, and we are waiting. Now I'm going to be patient.
I did the opposite. I took a trade in a combine and lost, killed it, and then switched to an X.
Oh, crap.
Over again. Like you said, we should have just waited. But it's tempting when that data comes flying through, right?
You are correct, sir. Hey, Roy, are you on the stream?
It shows me on the stream, yes.
Can you see how you sound coming through?
Yeah. Hold on 1 second. Let me do a test.
Because it has a slight echo on my side, but that doesn't mean we actually have it. Well, never mind, Dickard. Thank you, Dickard. Both sound good. Okay.
All right, cool. Yeah, I was just listening to it. It did sound good.
Dickard, is it Dickard or Dickard? Yeah, I was Dickard. I was actually playing with something, and I think I muted him and then brought him back up. So we should be good to go.
So what are we looking for here? Go ahead.
CBD's 11,000.
So it looks like it wants to rip face.
That's what you would think, but let's get this move here. If it comes back, 5,500, I might try to take a long again if it gets down there, 5,501 area.
Well, you got your EMA ribbons, or the first EMA ribbon at that 5505-ish.
Yeah, that would be the 8.
And I don't know. I would say if it hits 5,500, I'd probably stay put because you got VWAP curling up, but still 8 points away from the 5,500 range. So
yeah, it depends on what they do with these orders on Bookmap. You got orders sitting at 5502.50 down to 5,500. So really 5,501. So that would be kind of my. That's why I'm looking at that area. If they hold those orders there, then we can take it along. If they start moving those orders, then that's when things start getting a little squirrely on us. So
yeah, perspective wise here, I mean, obviously non-farm payrolls comes in, market's flying around all over the place, but you look at the day change and ES is down 2 points. So even though you're way up here and you're like, oh, well, it had a pretty strong move up, and it did, right? We were in the 5470s. It's still only up a point on the day. So if it wants to continue to trend up, it's got plenty of room to do so.
Yeah, I just zoomed out to the chart. If you look at the hourly chart, this thing has been ugly. But one thing that I forgot about this morning, and this is Roy's claim to fame right here. And I don't know if he remembers what I'm fixing to say or not, but you always buy the dip on non-farm payroll.
Non-farm payrolls by the dip, except last non-farm payrolls on about the dip, and it didn't.
Right.
Didn't do what I needed to do. Yeah, it goes back. Go ahead.
99%.
Yeah, 99%. Well, it goes back to is good news bad news good news, or is good news bad news. So let's go over the data to determine what was the news. So I'll run through that real quick. So we have non-farm payrolls came out 142,000. Forecast was 165,000. Previous was 114,000. So we missed on forecast but beat on previous. The unemployment rate actual was 4.2%. Forecast was 4.2%. Previous was 4.3%. So that could be the reason why you're seeing a move up here, is that unemployment ticked slightly down from previous and also but hit the forecasted element. Average earnings year over year, 3.8%. Forecast was 3.7%. Previous was 3.6%. So slight increase in the earnings. And then the labor force participation was right in line, which is pretty scary. 62.7%, forecast 62.7%, previous 62.7%. So no way that's right. Average earnings month over month. So this is just the month over month change. Was 0.7. Forecast was 0.3. Previous was 0.2. So that's kind of an inflationary number there, which is probably why you got the drastic dip on the data. So it'll be interesting to see what the market kind of does from here. Kind of pushing it further, we had even more data. Private payrolls came in at 118K. Forecast was 140K. Previous was 97K. So a miss there on forecast, but higher than the previous. And then one last one. Manufacturing payrolls came in at negative 24,000. Forecast was negative 2,000. Previous was 1,000. So that's a huge miss on manufacturing payrolls. So with all that slew of data, got some good, got some bad. So obviously the good is the unemployment rate ticking down. The bad is the earnings ticking up, and the labor, the payroll numbers themselves ticking down. So what would you say? I mean, based on the price action, it's easy to say that unemployment ticking down is the big one that everyone's happy with. But will that be enough to hold the move? So
right, and then we talked about it beforehand. We didn't sit on the stream yet, but they're baking in a 50 BPS rate cut now, and then on that big green candle at 7:45, Roy, you had I didn't realize Williams was speaking, and he said that now is appropriate to lower the Fed fund rates.
Right, so you've
that. So you got the bullish.
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
You got oil below $70. That's actually good for indices. You got VIX is tanking, but you got the Dixie is popping, so you're getting a little. Might want to keep an eye on that. You looked at bonds this morning?
I have not. Let me look at that. TNX is down slightly. Yeah, so what's TLT? I always have these things all over the place. Yeah, basically flat on the bond side. No real movements.
Okay.
VIX under 20 is probably a big one, right? That's the one we watch.
Yeah, it's 19. It's getting a little bit of a bounce here, but I mean it's actually at. So at 2:00 yesterday, we're right in line with where we were there. We're actually right at yesterday's low a day on VIX, so that's something to keep an eye on.
Yeah, psychological levels on SPY. You're testing. You're right under 550 on SPY. It's 549.82. Qs, you're right over 460, 460.40. So looks like SPY is about to touch 550 again and see what it does. I would assume. Yeah, I mean this is kind of a right. We've gotten a hint all week that 50 basis points is priced into the September meeting, and look what the market's done. It's actually not been a bullish set of data, it's been okay. We're tanking
Right.
all week. So the fear is real of why is the Fed going 50 basis point, or why the market believes the Fed is going to go 50 basis points. Um, and again, even on this pop on non-farm payrolls, you made a great point. I encourage everybody to look up the 1 hour chart in addition to the shorter time frames. But it's a nice move up here, but it's not exactly breaking out of the massive congestion that's been right around this. So yesterday's drop, it still hasn't even quite broken above
Yeah. I just leave out
kind
a
of the
5 from
yeah
1 o'clock yesterday afternoon until almost 2. We had an hour consolidation where we dropped, and that's where we got to on this high of pre-market high so far. That's kind of where we got to, that little zone area, and then it kind of died back off. So that's going to be a congested area we have to get through before we can see any more upside. But one thing that we've talked about before, if the market makes a higher high or pre-market high or pre-market low, they don't like to leave those there. So you could see a pop at open to take out that high, and then it could come back at that point. Play it by ear after that, but I look for it to take that high out here pretty
that's
soon.
what 55.22.
I've got it at 55.20.
55.20.
Let me look over here. Yeah, 55.
Yeah.
Bookmaps tell you that same thing too. If you want to talk about the congestion from 55.20 to 55.25, you've got anywhere from 100 to 300 orders sitting up there, and at every level. So it's telling you the same thing that we were just talking about there. The congestion there. You got 400. Well, they just pulled some. You had 400 orders at 55.20. Now it's back to 300, and you got. They actually they're creeping those up a little. So we might see a pop. CBD still holding around 11,000. It's 10.8 right now. You've got a cluster down around 55.07, 55.06 area. So, and that kind of coincides a little bit below that 23.6 level there. So we're going to sit back and watch. Hopefully, I don't know. I would love to get a pullback to around, I guess I'm going to say the 55.08 area and see how it reacts off the 8. You can see last time we tested, once we popped back up, we came down, tested the 8 and popped back up again, of course. Now you had Williams speaking there, and then Williams is still speaking. A key part of 2% inflation target is it's clearly communicated and understood. I don't know what the hell that's supposed to mean there. Of course,
that's Fed talk. Good old Fed talk.
Let's say something without saying something, and let's not make it.
Yeah, exactly. Some other levels to look at from the daily perspective, and they've been pretty good this week. So the 50-day moving average is 55.42. The 20-day moving average is 55.61. And then your favorite is right in between them. The 5 days, 55.52. So you have one at 42, 52, and 62.
You try to make me say stuff. You bait me to say something.
So to me, I think you're gonna get, personally, I would be looking at a long, given the CVD that you discussed, given the optimism of the unemployment being down, and then you can tell the Fed talk with the inflation side. So with the Fed not worried about inflation, that makes that hourly wage, or that worker wage, number being higher a concern, but not as big of a concern because the Fed believes that they've got inflation under control. So it's not a metric that they're going to use to determine whether they're going to cut. Now, I would say that the unemployment ticking down could actually put 25 basis points back on the table for September. Now, does the Fed risk that by not being a little bit more aggressive to avoid any further damage into the economy? But I think just that type of optimism and that question being brought up creates a more of a bullish case for the market.
Yeah, and those orders that were sitting around 55.20, they're actually moving those up slowly. So they have moved up to about 55.25. And how in the world we just got something just joined? Video Ninja, we just got another guest in.
Oh yeah?
I haven't invited anybody else. I don't know why that would pop up there. That's very strange.
Well, that's
there's nobody there. It's just it's a link. I can add it to nothing, but I don't know where it came from.
That's fun. The SPY is now right at 550 testing. Looks like it's going to break it, and we'll see if it holds it. IWM is actually red still, so it has not gone green. Whereas SPY has gone green. Qs are still red. So everybody's just still waiting.
Dixie and
the other
ES seem to be running together. So
Nvidia's up $1 in pre-market. Amazon's flat. Apple's up $1.60. Wow, Apple's up pretty good. Tesla's up $4 pre-market. Meta's up $5. So kind of odd that the Qs are still red. Microsoft's up $1.
Yeah, but how long the Q's gonna be red? NQ looks like it's ready to break out. It's got almost a bull flag on the 5-minute, and
yeah, if I was not streaming, I'd probably take a long here. Just gambling, but trying to be a little bit better.
Hindsight, we should have took a long here at this 55.09 level when it came back.
It's basically riding that ribbon. I mean, both ribbons have bent, and
of course, if it holds that shows a very strong trend for the day. So, and look, I would not be surprised at all if we get a cash out. So we're going to have to. He said my background is ghosting me. Try to learn your background instead. No, I can't do that right now with the way it's working. I'd have to do a lot of stuff, and I just can't take a chance on losing everything.
He's got his Ole Miss.
Today is Flagship Friday, sir, so we definitely represent Harris, if you're watching, go to Hell State. He's a State grad and fan, so he can't respond here.
They've they're a bit in a transition period for the last 25 years? Yeah, 50 years. Yeah.
They had a good team with Mullen.
Yeah.
Get up, and then I don't know. I like Leach as a person and as a coach. I just don't know if he was if he could have got him over the hump or not. And it was horrible, that he died and all that, the way all that went. So I think they got a real good coach now. I like Levy. Levy was with the Ole Miss offensive coordinator, and talk forever was about him eventually replacing Kiffin one day. So, but that is definitely not in the cards anymore.
No.
CBDs 11.2, creeped up to 11.5, 11.6. Looks like we're going to, I don't know, we might get a pop 5 minutes before open.
So I noticed that you've kind of been more exclusive to the 5 minute and not the 3 minute. Is there a time where you would switch back and forth, or
No, I've experimented with all of it, and the end of the day, the 5 minute just seems to be my spot.
yeah,
I seem to be more comfortable there. And look, trading, we've talked about 90% mental. As long as you would do what feels comfortable, I feel comfortable in the 5 minute now. So I will glance at the 1 minute. Y'all might have saw the other day. I glanced at the 1 minute to look and see how we were trending on very short term, like right now. So you can see we've been consolidating. Looks like we've been consolidating for a long time, and that's, what is that, 30, 20 minutes?
yeah.
It's this area here. So you can go back and forth in the shorter time frames. I'm not the 3 minute is fine. It's just not, you get faked out too much, I think. And I'm looking to try, if y'all have noticed, I'm trying to hold trades just a little bit longer. So the last thing you need to do if you're holding trades longer is to go to a shorter time frame.
Right.
That's just me. Like I said, do what's comfortable for you.
Well, I actually wonder if that's part of my wanting to take profits so fast too, as well. So I'm always looking at the 3 minute.
I think you called it yesterday when you said that other prop firms have kind of messed you up on your trading. That you're worried about that drawdown, that you don't have a top step. So
Right. That definitely is creeping in the back of my mind every time I do a trade. I think I should have entered there at the 55, 14, 50 little drop, or
yeah, we might
55,
pop.
13.
I'm going to wait on my levels that I was saying I was going to wait on. So
There's your pop.
they moved orders up above 55, 27.50 now. Yep. Think about how good that trade would have been at 55.09 earlier, Roy.
Yep.
12 points so far off of it. One ES is $600. Hindsight, baby, 2020. Hindsight is 2020. I still think we're going to get a pop at open. It's kind of still what I'm feeling. I'm not into gambling. I've already done that today, and you can see I'm red on the day, so we're not gambling anymore. And of course,
Any more data we should be looking out for today?
I was feeling cocky too, so I was like, "Oh, we're going 2."
Let me check. I don't think we have any more data that we're looking out for today, right?
No. I think we're hold on. Seems like there is some sneaky stuff coming up. Let me pull it back up here. Investing.com. Tell you what, when I get off Wi-Fi, man, my internet is poo-poo. In like the last couple of days. All right.
Waller speaking. Waller speaks at 11.
Yeah, you got Williams just said job data is consistent with cooling economy. I want to look at latest jobs report data more closely. So yeah, you got Waller speaking, and then you got a bunch of oil stuff, which is really not going to affect us. And you got Waller speaking again this afternoon. Waller is just a popular person today.
Well, yeah, you have Williams and then Waller, right? So
yeah, you got Williams speaking now.
Yeah,
you got
and then
Waller coming on at 10, and then you got Waller coming back on again this afternoon at 1.
I don't have that one.
Sorry, you got him tonight at 10 o'clock tonight. I don't know why he's speaking 10 o'clock tonight. And look, I say if I'm wrong and it's a she sometimes. Y'all just overlook me.
So I'm going to take a little long here. This little pullback heading into the open. Just do 3 MES. Come on. Come on. All right. So it filled me at 55.16.
And you're trying to get your 2 points?
Easy there. 4.
4. So why don't you change it up? Why don't you put 1 at 4 and then put 1 at maybe 6 and see how that works out for you?
Yeah, so let's do that. So we'll put 1, 4.
If you're going to trade MES, you might as well scale out of them, right? Kind of my.
Oh, smart.
Let's see if we continue this excellent stream into open today, or if we don't have anything extra open on the Mac Mini. So. And lead, you better look at that description good today. Even in here yet?
I don't see him. He normally pops in on the Discord. Pop, pop, pop.
Well, whoever a ghost was has disappeared now.
Interesting. The old FBI agent.
They tend to track us a little bit, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
All right, everybody, if you're in here, please like, and if you hadn't subscribed, subscribe.
Let's see.
Wait for the zone. Said no NQ love. We mentioned NQ earlier. We're not trading NQ. I don't like hard drugs like that.
Yeah, black tar. I won't say the word, but you know it.
You know what? I just bit my tongue, so everybody will be proud of that. I did not say what first popped up in my head. We got 1 minute till open, so let's see if we pull back to this 8 and then pop from here. What we do? Orders 55, moved them back to 55.2250, but these things will get to flying at open. So CBD is at 12,800. This little consolidation here looks like it's done nothing but brought more buyers in. So man, if it was to come right there, we're gonna put an order at 55.1250.
That's where I have two more MES there.
Five seconds. I would love for it to do this initial dip and pop, but nope, it's gonna do the pop first.
Maybe.
Nah. And then we're fixing to take this off. Where is MO? Come on. Come on, financial juice. Give me the juice. They are not giving us juice on MO yet. There it is. plus 40 million on S&P, negative 5 million on the NASDAQ, flat on the Dow. Wow, I'm flat on the Magnificent.
Oh,
Zero.
just took out my first one.
There you go. And I'm going to actually close this order now. We didn't fill it, so we're going to let it go. And what did I say about taking out the high? We took it out the first candle. First daggone one, it took it out.
Oh, Top Step just logged me out in the middle of the trade. Those monsters.
Really? I hadn't any issue.
Sorry, that was all right. It took me out. So I'm green 159 on my XFA. that was terrifying. So I'm in the middle of trailing I had like 2 MES left. I was trailing it up and it just logged me out.
I know that they have been having issues with M&Q for some reason.
Yeah.
It could be the micros that are throwing things off a little.
It was just I'm going to guess it was maybe my phone background thing or something like that, and saw me on 2 devices and then just booted me.
Oh, yeah. CBD 15,000.
Yeah, CBD was the play there, man. That
my dog over here sighing like she has a hard life.
Well, she probably missed the long, so she's upset.
I'm sitting here all like, what do you know? You have you sleep all day. Now she'll come over and see me. So, girl.
So you're still looking for a pullback to what level?
We're gonna wait and see. I would like now.
Pick out the high now, so
yeah, I would like for it to come back this 55.17 area, which is fixing to do.
Tide starts just as you would assume, puts at the 0 line, calls way above. So calls are in charge so far.
We got in one here at 55.17.
I don't really wick.
Yeah, but yeah, CBD is dropping pretty fast. We've got 55.27.50. Looks like a spot it wants to go back up to, though, according to Bookmap. But you got 55.10. Oh, they just moved those orders to 55.30. They're popping them. All right, so we're $250 up on this trade. Oh, we took one again.
Did you take one or two?
I just took one. We're going to move it above high. We're going to see if it'll take out that 55.30 level. I got
calls are popping up. Calls are moving up.
I probably should have took that there. CBD is popping back up. It's over 14 again.
Looks like it held 55.20 and spiked right up. That was good. That was good for your long.
Just need to break that 27.50. Break 27.50, then we'll have us a nice $400 day again today. And I don't know, we might, since it's Friday. I don't do the Lotto Friday stuff. This is a money Friday. This is how we're going to play it. If we get profit, $400, we're going to call it a day on it and look at an XFA, which we're right there at the 27.50 area. So if it pops this, it should take me out. I'm actually going to move this stop up to break even.
Nice move. Nice move.
I need a tad bit more, or I need 2 points. Get me out.
I missed the dip there. That's all right. I wanted a little bit more of a dip to 55.15. Didn't get there.
They moved those orders to 35. Just took me out, so I'm out of that trade. We are 467.
Yeah, they are popping it.
Locking this bad boy up. I don't care. We started the day $1,500 down. y'all did not see the first trade. I'm glad because it was horrible. But we just redeemed ourselves. So suck it, shorts.
So you've locked the XFA. So your week total is.
But we just did 400 again today. Oh, sorry. Practice count. Where were we at before? We were at, I think it's a little over 2,000 on the week.
Short week too.
Yeah. So, hey, is it great? Is it perfect? No, but I will take that every week. My goal next week is to do the same thing, get this thing up to 5,000 or 6,000, and then take a little payout to keep it at probably around 4,000 or 5,000 balance, and then just keep. If I can take $1,000 a week, that pays bills, and I don't have to touch any other money doing anything. So I like that. Actually, that does more.
Man.
Pays bills and lets me have a.
So I'm sitting here at 159 on my XFA, looking for one more trade to see if we can get a green $200 day. So just being patient, looking for an entry, and then looks like I may get one.
Actually, I'm gonna look back at this same level a minute ago. This 55. Yeah, I don't care.
For what it's worth, calls just plummeted off a cliff.
CBD still holding 1,000, but it is coming down. This might be a losing trade really quick here. I did take it.
So I do not like the way calls just dropped like that. So now calls are below the zero line and are about to converge with the puts, who are also below the zero line. So you're in kind of a, could be a trend reversal or just a quick bounce back. What's CBD doing?
CBD is 13.3 now. It's coming back some. It got up to what I think it was 18,000, but on a move like this back, you would expect CBD to come back, but it's not plummeting right now. It's holding 13.3, 13.4.
Calls continue to plummet. Puts are now above the zero line.
Something's changing in it. The book map's still showing. Well, book maps, the orders up top are down to 55.25. They're dropping. This thing's fixing to go, I think. That is why we have XFA up, boys and girls.
I just got Bill. Oh my goodness. Oh, sorry. I guess I had a rogue order at 55.12.50, and it just filled me, and then sold it at 55.16. Okay. Well, I'm $10 away from a $200 day. Always clear your orders, folks. Always clear your orders.
CBD's 12.6 coming back. The top line and bottom line on Bookmap are getting really close to each other. You've got where you've had a 30-40 point gap all morning, you've got a 15-10 point gap between the two.
Yeah, puts calls, I mean, have just drastically switched. I mean, they are now negative.
It's fitting to stop us out here. And Bookmap is giving indications that we're fixing a tank hard too.
Yeah, I mean, this was what we were fearful of when we were talking about the data, is you get this pop up, get kind of this what's going to be the prevailing thesis here. And I mean, we obviously leaned bullish and it worked out, but it wasn't, you had to be quick, you had to be fast. You couldn't get married to any direction.
Any direction.
Yes, that's Chinese for election.
So I went short here. Only reason I went short here, CBD is telling me we're going to go to 5,500. Now, we could pop, not CBD, but Bookmap, and we could pop back up here, but they are dropping these orders so fast. It is just, I mean, they went from 5510 to 5500 in a blink of an eye, and CBD is dropping down below 12,000. So if it breaks this
Yeah.
21, we are going to VWAP. VWAP is going down now. So if we do test VWAP, I look to break below VWAP.
I took that short with just like a little, I won't say the word, but you can say it for me. With one MES to get over my 200, I did $211 on the XFA, locked.
Good job.
Got a
Good
winning
job.
day.
There you
So
go.
end Friday on a winning day. That puts this week, this is one XFA, sorry, two XFAs copy traded as we continue to tank at $587. So that's times two. What is that? $1,100.
They moved orders to 54.95. You can see I've got my take profit down here at 55. I probably need to, I'm gonna be honest, y'all. I'm getting a little ahead of myself here. I need to go on, and if it gets back down, I need to take half off there at 5,500. If it gets there. CBD's popping back up to 12.6. It got under 12,000. They've got about 600 orders combined. Well, they just dropped them. They were sitting at 5,500. Now they put them back at 54.97.
Call still tanking. Nothing there. Trend is way down on calls. Puts.
Personally, I'm going to tell you, if I was in an XFA account, I would look to go short here. But I think let's see what it does at the 13. If it rejects the 13 here, we could see a major move down. They put them back at 5,500, popped a few at 5,502. They're finna pull. As soon as it starts going back down, they pull these orders. Dropped them back below 5,500 again. They're trying to pull this market down, guys. I don't know if they're going to be able to do it. You've got 700 orders sitting at 5,500 now combined.
Yeah, it looks like it keeps getting to 55.10 and then getting rejected. But that was quite the reversal on sentiment there.
Yeah. Oh, well, we just lost that. It popped on. We lost that account. Oh, well, you know what? That's what they got resets for, boys and girls.
They dropped puts. Puts dropped a slight uptick in calls. I wouldn't say it's
up in this over 13,000. If y'all remember, we've talked about this so much with the fake outs.
Yeah.
And like that green candle could have been a fake. I mean, that red candle could have been a fake out because they are popping these orders back up now. We don't have much.
Yeah,
we got $700. Either lose this one, we'll come back with fresh ones. No, you get up there. We're either losing you or we're gonna win. There's no in between. There is no in between.
Yeah, I'd say it's a bit of a danger mode right now of what it wants to do. Had a big move up, had a big move down. It's now recovered it. Didn't quite test VWAP though.
Nope. It hit that. Look, hit the 50% field and bounced directly off of it.
Yeah, it did. Didn't it? Wow.
Yeah. All right. Well, this XFA, combine section be gone. It's okay. This was purely a gamble here, and this is why we have these. We'll swap over to something else in a minute if we have to. Actually, just so everybody knows, we're going to call it early today. We're going to have everything locked up anyway. Looks like either
whether we want to or not on the cards.
Right. CBD's coming back now. It's back under 13. It's dropping pretty hard. It's down to 12.5. Orders you still got, they moved some up to 55.07. You still got a couple hundred sitting at 5,500. And look, those orders are probably going to sit there all day. So unless they get filled, those are not spoofing orders. Those are fishing orders. So is the way I would look at it.
Yeah, that it's a pretty good move down and up. I mean, it's kind of confused on what it wants to do right now. And
Yeah, CBD is not really going. It's not getting back above 13. It's staying at 12, 12.7 right now, and kind of no man's land, honestly. Look, if this was a real money, I might would have entered short. I would have redrawn these fibs, to be honest with you, and looked at a shorter time frame to try to get in and out. Oh, it's going to get me. I think we're like 400, 500. Well, as soon as I say that, it turns down green again. So I don't know. But maybe the
yeah,
green can. Hold on. We got rate futures traders reversed earlier bets. Now see 25 basis point Fed rate cut in September as more likely than a 50. So that has just swapped here in the last couple of minutes, guys. It was 60% chance of a 50-point rate cut. They've actually changed that to a 63% chance of a 25 BPS rate cut compared to 37% chance of a 50 BPS cut. So that's new. That just happened.
and I would argue that's the bullish move you're seeing. So the panic of why the Fed would go 50 basis points. The data that many pundits out there when Twitter will say that it's because um, the economy's healthy, it can take it, and that's why they're going to do it. But the Fed doesn't operate that way, really. The Fed is,
Lost, guys. So we're locked out for the day and everything. We've had a good day on real money.
yeah, it didn't start that way.
Hey,
So
it's
the
not how you
Fed,
finish.
yeah, exactly. It's how you finish. Um, yeah, I would say that the 25 basis points being back on the table again, I would find it more bullish than it is bearish. So, but market sees what it wants to see and does what it wants to do. It doesn't really care what I think. So, IWM's green by 0.33%. Let me look at that chart and see how they reacted to this new news. And it went basically matching the ES perfectly. Surprisingly, NQ's red still. So this is always things that gets me is, ES is up 0.15%. NQ's down 0.5%. So does NQ, what happens to ES when NQ catches up? If NQ catches up, and what happens if NQ doesn't catch up and just gets kind of stuck this range? Can ES even break out further?
Right.
So all eyes are on NQ right now. SPY's over 550, 550.33 again. Qs are under 460, 458.65. So kind of a tale of two charts here.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm gonna go on and reset since we're not trading. I'm gonna go on and reset one of these accounts, and I'm gonna set the personal daily loss limit so you guys can actually see me set a personal daily loss limit on it. Because I think, Roy, I think you'll agree here. We've probably got 10 minutes left in the stream. We're gonna call it a day.
Yeah, I don't see any reason to keep going beyond 9. To be honest, there's no data. You've gotten kind of wacky moves already, and you're either up or down at this point. And if you're down, you're going to chase. If you're up, you're going to really risk losing what's been a pretty. I would say it's pretty difficult non-farm payroll.
Yeah, and look, I blew a couple of accounts there, and I chase back and forth, and you can see I trade I preach that trade them the same, but I don't trade them the same. I don't trade my combines and XFAs the same.
Yeah,
but I can turn that switch on and off. It doesn't bother me. If you do struggle with that, now I'm telling you, like, what is it? They changed this. There we go.
yeah, they're pulling it down now.
Yeah. And look, the best thing to do would have been to wait and done anything, to be honest with you, but we took a chance. I don't know. I'm trying to reset this account so I can show y'all how we go in and do our personal daily loss limit, but it is struggling to process right now. And this is not my service. It's pops up. And if you notice that I moved everything off the Trade of 8 book map is off the Mac Mini. We have not had the first issue this morning.
Yeah, it's been really smooth. Actually watching the stream, the delay has not been as bad today. Correct me if I'm wrong on that in the Discord, but I think it's been pretty solid day.
All right, there we go. Here, let's see if it'll update here now. It is taking us a minute to. It's the practice account. It is not showing up here yet. So typically, when you do that, it's instant, and it is not instant today for some reason. And I think it's on Top Step side. I want to show you guys, but we're not going to sit here and wait for it if it doesn't want to cooperate.
Puts rising again, calls falling, markets falling. So I think you're about to get a VWAP test very shortly.
This is the first time ever it's not been instant when I reset an account.
Yeah, it's always pretty instant. I hate to say that I have experience with that quite a bit, and it's.
I haven't done it though, so I don't know. I don't know what to say. Interesting.
What's VWAP? 5502. Yeah, VWAP 5501. We're about 6 points away from it. My flow is suggesting we're about to go down. I don't know what CVD is showing, but
CVD's at 11.5. I mean, CVD's still holding, so.
Yeah, I mean, this is why it's hard, right? And the indicators are conflicting a bit. At least the indicators we normally use. So flow is suggesting that we're going down. CVD is suggesting we could pop up. Yeah, it's not easy mode. Not easy mode. I would say good.
Good job, Dicker. Said he made up yesterday's losses. Half listen to us, half listen to conference call. I get it. Good job, buddy.
Yeah, nice. Cashy with the nice colorful chart for you. Look at that. Did good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking. Yep, here comes your drop to VWAP.
This is really upsetting. Yeah.
There is. Come on. There it is. All right.
Yeah,
so
if we
fish.
I got a practice count. I'm gonna take a short if we break it.
I was actually going to say do a long off the VWAP because flow just played out. Now we'll CVD play out.
CVD's coming down. It's done under 11,000 now.
Important note: NQ could not hold 19,000, so it's just dropping. Couldn't break above 19,000. So the high of the day is 18,972. Now it's dropped almost 200 points from there. Gold's red, our old buddy.
Little buddy.
Our old buddy.
Below 10,000. It's at 97. That was a 2,000 CVD drop just right then. And now it's
puts high of the day. Puts are actually higher now than any point the calls were as far as premiums. So puts are strongly in control Again, you
Ooh.
could get a bounce here, though.
So here's wait, watch out. So we just had this green candle. CBD just dropped to 8,000 on that green candle.
I think I will take a short on a combine.
54.97, 50, 54.95 looks like where it wants to go to. It's holding 8,800 right now.
Puts nonstop popping. Let me look through the market and see if anything's sticking out on the side.
Surely we're not going to take out the high and the low today, are
we? Non-farm payrolls.
CBD
Always a fun one.
CBD just popped to 9,000 and dropped right back to 8,600. So sellers are trying to take control. They can do it.
I believe the market is on the back of Apple. Apple's up 1% right now. So
this is a practice account. We've got 5 short of a practice account. So
NVIDIA 105. It is down 2%. Low day, near low day. Google 155. Sorry. Microsoft red. Tesla's back red. Meta's red. Yeah, it's all Apple. So
those were all green this morning, weren't they?
Yep.
Weren't they all green pre-market?
Yep. SMCI 396.
Holy crap. I caught it again. I didn't say the cuss word. It's better this thing. Getting better.
That's good.
The 82. If we get this tank again, man, we just had a 3,000 point drop in CVD. It was right around 11,000, and I looked down and looked back up, and it's at 88,000 something. That's telling you you're getting a lot of selling pressure here. You still in your short, Laura?
It filled me at 55.01. I'm up $1,200 on this combine. I had five short on a 100K combine.
The CBD's back at 9,000 again. So they are fighting here for sure, and we've got a couple more minutes before we call this a day. CBD 9,200. So the CBD's popping on this little move up now. Toy with us, play with us.
Puts did drop. They're no longer creeping, making new highs, so they are trending down, and calls slight uptick, but nothing there saying that, and nothing drastic like this morning when the calls just dropped off a cliff.
Right.
So, which ended up being the tell, right?
CBD is 8,600 now. We're coming back some, so I don't know. If it holds this VWAP break, I look for it to go down a low a day or somewhere. We've got a zone here, and you can see this zone's actually played both ways. So if it breaks this, I definitely can see.
Well, your ribbons have curled. So sorry, your EMAs have curled. Yeah. Your VWAP's flattened out. Yeah. So you're exactly right. If it holds this break, it's gonna get bad.
Yeah, CBD is 7,000. It just dropped another 1,000.
Puts just spiked to a new high a day.
6,500.
Yeah, CBD puts are climbing.
Below 6,000.
Yeah, puts are pushing, calls are dropping. This is all signs to a new low.
So you got this 618 fib, right? We're in that golden zone to go long. And this is a practice account.
Well, at this point, though, you would take profit. You would look to take profit here, right? Because you're in that golden zone. You have made money. Obviously you're not, but
I would scale and I would trail is what I would do here.
Yeah,
I would scale out. If I was in 5 on the XFA, oh gosh, CBD just dropped below 3,000.
Puts just making new highs. I mean, it is climbing hard. Calls dropping off the cliff.
2,500 CBD. This thing has dropped 9,000 points in what, 10 minutes?
Yeah. Well, it's a. I mean, is this not a carbon copy of yesterday?
Yeah. The
Yeah.
sellers
I
are just
mean,
pushing it. They are taking control of this thing. This is people that say that. How do you look at these charts? They're so boring. This is not boring to me, y'all. This is like watching a sport event. Who's going to win? This is a heavyweight fight. And
yeah. I
right
mean,
now, 2,500 up in this stupid practice account. Stupid practice account. CBD's climbing back up a tad bit above 3,000 again, but it was short lived. Well, it's popping right around there.
Yeah, I mean, Cashy just posted it. It's taken out the entire, pretty much major move of the data.
Yeah.
Man, that's impressive from the seller standpoint.
Ooh,
But we'll see now if shorts cover.
Canadian IB PMI came in. Actual was 48.2. Previous was 57.6.
It's not good out there. And by the way, Nvidia 104.20. I would imagine Nvidia at 100, you're going to get some buyers.
We're about at recession land for sure.
Nice bounce here.
Yep.
It's about 7 points. It's all Apple right now. If Apple's back over 1% green, if Apple is red, you're at the pre-market lows.
Yeah.
But I think
if you were short, to be careful, it bounce right in that zone.
Yeah.
Know your levels,
yeah,
guys.
Well,
Levels.
exactly. Your rescue team looks like Apple, so that's all eyes on that one. If you're going to keep trading today, I personally will not. I'm done.
I'm not. I got this practice account. I'm gonna let it run and see what either hits a stop or it hits that. So, hey, Roy, I think we're gonna call it today. What do you think? You sound good calling?
I think so. So, yeah, let's go back over the totals for the week. So, yeah, let me pull it up. Let me look at my performance. One awesome thing I don't think we've highlighted yet on the stream is Top Steps performance tab on Top Step X. Really cool stats there to be able to break down and look at all your trades and see your mistakes, see where you're good, see where you're bad. So,
my practice account. So, my trade win percent rate is 100%.
Nice, very nice.
I've only traded this one other day, so when I was red or green that day, it was actually 2 other days. I made 4,500 and I'm up 300 something bucks a day or last week on it. So I don't trade it much. But this thing breaks down. It gives you advice. It gives you a daily account balance chart here. So you get total P&L, your win percentage, your average wins to loss, best day profit, profit factor, and then day percent wins. And then down here, it's going to tell you what your most active day, your most profitable day, your least profitable day, your total number of trades you've taken, total lots you've taken, and then what your average trade time is. I'm going to tell you, a lot of people don't pay attention to this enough. Look at your average trade time. Look at that.
Yeah.
You'll notice. Yeah. And it'll break it down a little further, I think. So, yeah, over here. Now, if I'm in a different chart, yeah, it's going to show me something different. But it shows like 5 to 10 minutes, I'm 100%. 10 to 30 minutes, 100%. But what you'll notice is you'll see the shorter ones. You want your losers, actually, technically, you want them to be in this shorter time frame. Because that means you're cutting your losses quick, right? And then I'm trying to get better with my winners being longer holds where I'm trying to trail them up. We're $2,000 now. Ooh, CBD's 1,500. Oh, Lord have mercy. It gives you your trade count per day, your daily net cumulative P&L, your net daily P&L. I mean, this thing is just so much information that it is phenomenal. And you got Coach T giving you some things. Great traders demand great trade locations. Make sure you're looking for opportunities where you can limit your risk. So when you're really good, like when your numbers are showing really good and you have stuff like that, it's going to give you just generic stuff. Where you win at is this going to say, hey, if you have some losing days, it's going to like, hey, Tuesday is your least profitable day. Look at Tuesday and see what you're doing different Tuesday than you are the other day. And that's where you go back and where you're journaling your trades and you review Tuesday to see what you took different or what your mindset was different. And when you journal your trades, you can actually journal on here too, by the way. So if I wanted to journal here, I go in, I can add the journal, and then I can type in what I want to type. But always take into effect when you're doing your journaling, do what your mental spot, where you're at mentally at that point. So let's say you had a bad day. You were tired, hungry, you didn't eat enough. Note that in your journal. So when you go back and look, you'll notice a trend. Hey, when I'm tired, maybe I need to scale back because I'm not trading as good as I normally do. Or, hey, we had a great day. I got plenty of sleep. I was happy. Note that. Happy day, blah, blah. Try to remember what you were before you took the trade. Of course, if you take a winning trade, you're going to be happy, right? But try to remember what you did before you took that trade. I can't express.
I also say add the macro stuff too there because that's been helpful for me. Say, oh, non-farm payroll days, I've wrecked an account, or I did great. It's also a good spot there.
I learn more about writing stuff down. I have a book. Trading, it's just a calendar every day, and on my calendar days, I put in whatever news we have for that day. Like if you look at the calendar, you'll see the next 2 weeks, you'll see all the news that is, that's coming out that we know is coming out, right? Now, if you have something that pops up later, you want to note that too, but I have that on there. And then it's got little daily comment sections. It gives you a little bit more room to write. And that's put in there like, hey, overconfident today, overtraded. You don't have to be specific. You don't have to say, took a short here when I should have took, like, just kind of give a general thesis of, hey, went long, was looking long, had a bias. You don't have to put the specifics in there. You just need something you can look back on. And then with Top Step X now, here's all your trades. You already have those documented here, right? So go back, like let's say on the 22nd, I'll go back and look. Hey, I made $2,500 on this trade. Okay, what was going on different at the 22nd that's going on today, where I'm maybe red on the day? Just a different way to look at it. And I'm not trying to ramble. I told Roy I was going to stop rambling so much, but I get on my soapbox sometimes. Get going. So
no, I would say this is a lost art that not a lot of people want to do because they have to admit what they do wrong. I'm really bad about journaling my stuff. I don't. I hate to write anyway, but I have found this stream to be pretty eye-opening on the stupidity that I normally do. So obviously we have the luxury of a video journal, but I need to get better about the tips you just said, right? Sometimes you look at a journal like, I don't want to put all my trades down or do any of that. Nah, well, just do your mood, like you said. Do your why were you down? Why were you red? Why did you take the trade that you took that made you red? And using this tab that we were introduced kind of can show you like, wow, I was in a trade for 20 minutes. That doesn't seem like my normal thing. So what was going through my mind? Well, I was praying. I was hoping the market would do what I thought it would do, and it didn't. So, yeah. So I'm gonna go over some of my stats verbally. So I did an XFA. I started the XFA on Tuesday when we started the stream. P&L is $587 on the week. That's times 2. So there's 2 of these accounts. I have a 96% win rate, which is wild. But my average winning trade is only $35. My best trade is $121. So it's not sexy, but I end the week green, up $587 across 2 accounts with one $200+ day, which was today. So that gives me 20% closer to fulfilling my goal of having 5 $200 days to be able to pull a payout. And my balance is green. So I can't ask for a better week. Yesterday got us in a hole. We got ourselves out of it. Today, we played pretty disciplined for the most part. On on the data release. I have been more reckless on combines than I have in XFAs because I've been able to trade my combines outside of the view of the stream. And so next week, that's going to be my goal, is to be a little bit more accountable to myself on my combines, so I don't have to reset and keep doing what I'm doing, because clearly that's not working on that side, but it is working on the XFA side. So so about what, $1,160, $1,170 on the week total cash in funded account. So I think, Monty, you want to go over your stuff? I think you were what, over $2,000?
There you go. So that right there is 700, 800, 600, 700, 15, and then add another 9. So it's closer to 26 for the week. I can add it up real quick.
If you scroll up, you can do the filter of the week on the time frame if you want, but I think we're done though.
Today was should have been a better day. This should be $1,000, but like I said, and you look, this is what I was telling you about. So my 15 to 45 seconds, 50% losers because I'm getting out of my trades, right? 1 minute, 2 minute, 57. Look at these longer durations. 10 minutes to 30 minutes, 75.8% win rate. 30 minutes to an hour is a 67% win rate. So, and then you can see P&L. I've had, this thing's been up and down. I had 2 shitty days. I ain't gonna lie. This was the Friday before we went live, and this was the Friday before, or the Tuesday for that. These days, I hit my daily loss limit these 2 days because I rushed trades and just didn't trade. Look at my winning days. This is the only thing that bothers me about looking at this chart, is these days are so much bigger than these days. We have to pull these back to no more than $1,000 loss. And I was down 1,500 today, like I said. One thing, I think one of my strengths is I don't panic. I get down $1,500. Roy can attest to it. This morning when I was down $1,500, there was no panic in my voice. I was upset for rushing a trade, but that was just me being, doing what you normally do. But I had the confidence to come back and take the trades to get right back and get it back green. So I don't hate it. This day should be a lot better. It should be up here. My goal is to get these days all at this 1,000 level, or maybe a little above, and have these losing days at this 1,000 level and right around that level. And you look at that, if you keep it consistent, right? There's 5, there's 10, there's 15, so 18 days we're looking at here. If we kept all these at $1,000 profit, that's $18,000. We kept these at $1,000 loss. Well, I'm up $16,000 in this account.
Yeah.
Stupidity at these 2 levels here. That was all me. And you can see we grew it up 6,000, took a daily loss limit, popped it back up, took a daily loss limit, popped it back up, took a payout, right? And then, but we're still growing it back up. So it shows 4709, but technically, we're at 3209 because we took 1,500 out here. So now we're going to get this back.
It adds up. Adds up fast. The losses adds up. The losses add up, and the wins add up. I mean, that's, and in the week like we did is good. Wasn't a perfect Friday by any means, but in the week here is, we did have all green days this week. We will have a red day, and we'll see how we handle that on the stream. But yeah,
there's a green.
I'm hip. Let's do it again on Monday.
Taking a few more. Notice this though: 2 trades, 5 trades, 4 trades, 6 trades.
Yeah.
If you go back and look where I've had losses, these are double digits trades because I'm over trading. This is eye-opening. It gives you really great insight on what you need to do and what you need to focus on. And I'm going to work on this, not this weekend because we got a ball game weekend, or not Saturday. It'll be Sunday before I go back over everything. We finished the week 26.44 on the week was my week on one XFA here. One XFA, $2,600. I took $1,500, so we're plus $1,100 on the week. That's without.
Well, I was gonna say, Roy Easy has a question. He'd say, "Can you go over your days where you were red, just to see how you traded on those days?" So on the calendar, hey, it's on the YouTube chat. He wants to see he wants to see the blood.
Of course you do. Why do you want to see the blood? We're gonna be transparent. Here it is. There's the 2 days. Green got up $133, got up $320. Greed. Here's your journal, your daily entries.
What time were you green on that second pop? Was that about right at the open? A little after the open?
8:50, so 20 minutes after open. Well, this was this right before open. We got up, took a loss, was down again 8:36, got up 133, went down. And you can see I ended the day on red trades, which makes you feel horrible when you get done.
What time was your last trade?
Last trade was at 9:31. 9:27. I get an exit. $200 loss. Yeah. And this is all you can see. We get up to 3. See, lost $560 on 3. Just adding, doing stupid stuff. It's we all struggle. Nobody's perfect. I've made a lot of money doing this, and I have lost a lot of money doing this. So I'm not perfect by any means. Have bad days. You go on tilt. This is probably one of the days. Looking here, I went on tilt this day. Green, and look at this. Had back-to-back $500 winning trades, and then gave it straight back.
Yeah.
First trade of the day was $325 green. Let's see. This day here, same thing. Was never got up really. Kind of flushed. 8:30 open, took a loss, came back, got almost back to even, and I can tell you what I was thinking. Oh shit, I'm getting green. And then boom, daily loss on it. Took a $100 win, 3 losses in a row, 3 good winning trades. Should have probably called it there. And then tanked. Going on tilt. You go on tilt. Last trade was at 8:53. So 23 minutes after open, I was done and hit daily loss limit. That's not good.
No, that's not good. We've all been there. I mean, I've done it before the damn thing opened.
Look at this. Another day that should have been a great day. 691 up, went down $139, and then finished the day 797 up. So, like I said, I don't panic. You can see here, horrible trades, got down, didn't panic, got it right back up and called it a day. Should have called it a day here at 691.
I will say it's very impressive the time that you're stopping, right? This is why we play in the stream the way we play in the stream, but you're not seeing times in the PMs for you at all.
No.
So you're
kind of my point. The 2 losing trades. Now this day right here is a done day. If you look at, we went down. This is where I don't panic. Got down $1,700. Finished the day $700 up.
Wow. But those types of days, I'd say, are probably enforce bad habits of pushing forward, right? Or because why would you get that? For me personally, I always look at as, well, how did I get that low on my balance? Like, what am I seeing? What am I missing here?
I'm gonna tell you, if you look at this day, some point here, I walked out and I actually went outside, reset. I might have been even in a trade when I did it. Reset and came back, and that's when I started winning trades. If you're looking at the market, if you want to continue trading, you're looking at the market and you're reading the market wrong, get up and walk away. Then come back and look at the market again. See what you look like then. But what I was wanting to point out, see, I ended up getting profit that day, but I overtraded. Red day, I overtraded 16 trades. Red day, I overtraded 13 trades. Winning trade, 10 trades, 4 trades, 3, 7, 18. That's an anomaly there. 8, 4, 10, 4, 9, 11. Yeah, we have Cash App's asked if we have any break-even trades. Yeah, there's some break-even trades in there. I mean, it's I have to go find them, but I'm sure there's some break. Yeah, there's one right there. 0. Paid fees on it. Break-even trade. It's I don't know. It's you go on tilt, you do things. Let's go back to today. Let's look at positives now again. How about that, guy?
Yeah. Let's end it on a
Positive week.
positive. Look at the week.
I did a little bit on Monday, so this is technically 5 days. This was a short day, and I just wanted to test a thesis, and I tested it with live money, because why not? What makes you decide you need to take a break even on this trade? It's a feeling I get sometimes, and sometimes it's right, sometimes it's wrong. If the market has been going against me, and I'm not reading the market well, and then let's say a trade goes against me, but then it gets back break even, I might go in and cut it and get up, take a break, see if I see it differently at that point. The worst thing you can do is just sit here and just continue to trade. We've gone longer than I was.
Guilty.
But
So
it's
guilty.
easy to do it. It's easy to sit there and go on tilt and you revenge trade and you do things. But like I said, all you got to do is pull this one chart right here up. What do most of these green days have in common? Typically, it's less than 10 trades in a day. Sometimes it's 1 to 3 trades. These right here, what do they have in common? 20 plus trades a day or over 10 trades a day. So my problem is very easy to look at an overtrade when I have bad days. Every single one of them. If you look at a bad day I have, I overtraded. All right, guys. I think we are going to stop. Yeah, we are. Man,
good first week, sir. I enjoyed it. Had fun.
This daggum thing never hit my $8,000 profit. I'm not sitting here all day watching. We're 3,500 on that one and calling it a day. Because I'm finna cut this bad boy off. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm stepping away. I'm finna go touch grass and probably play golf this afternoon. So if it's not raining.
Congrats, man. Good week. I'll bring you back next week too. I think you earned it.
You a what?
I said I'll bring you back next week. We'll have you back on. Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate
it. All right, man. Enjoy the game. Be in touch on Discord. Good week, guys.
See you, everybody.
Appreciate it.